Welcome, viewers, to another deep dive into the hidden realities of global warfare. When we think of grand military might, we picture sovereign nations with massive budgets. Yet one non-state actor in the Middle East holds more firepower than European armies. They are not just a simple militia. They are a fully functioning state within a state. Today, we count down 3 terrifying pillars that make this armed force truly unstoppable. Starting our epic countdown at number 3 is a shadowy global financial empire. To build a massive army from scratch, you need an endless river of untraceable cash. This organization operates a vast, sophisticated money laundering network worldwide. According to modern intelligence, their annual income reaches billions of dollars. They receive massive state sponsorship, primarily from their powerful allies in Iran. But relying on a single backer is quite dangerous, so they built their own revenue streams. Shadowy operatives move millions across borders using complex webs of shell companies. From South America all the way to West Africa, their financial footprint is truly staggering. They trade in hidden illicit goods, smuggling everything from electronics to raw materials. This massive criminal enterprise provides the crucial lifeblood for their military wing. Major Western intelligence agencies constantly struggle to freeze these hidden bank accounts. For every time a financial node is destroyed, 2 more appear in the global banking system. This deep financial independence makes them uniquely resilient to economic sanctions. They pay thousands of active fighters a steady salary, ensuring absolute loyalty. They provide social services, schools, and hospitals to solidify their political base. By controlling the local economy, they weave themselves into the fabric of society. This is not just funding a militia. It is financing a parallel government structure. With unlimited resources, they purchase the finest dual-use technology available. They purchase advanced communications gear to coordinate strikes across mountainous terrain. But vast money alone cannot win battles against a highly trained, modern, conventional army. You simply cannot buy tactical brilliance, and you certainly cannot purchase courage under heavy fire. Soldiers must be forged in the brutal, unforgiving crucible of actual, bloody combat. This brings us to the second terrifying pillar of their asymmetric military power. Before we move to number 2, please ask yourself this important, highly thought-provoking question. Can heavy economic sanctions ever truly destroy a group that operates outside the system? Coming in at number 2 is decades of highly grueling, unmatched battlefield experience. While modern Western armies train in safe simulations, these men fight daily for their survival. Their infantry units were heavily forged in the devastating fires of the Syrian war. In Syria, they evolved from a guerrilla group into a conventional fighting machine. They learned to coordinate complex assaults alongside heavy armor and Russian air power. Urban warfare is considered the most chaotic and deadly environment for any soldier. Yet their elite shock troops navigate ruined cities with terrifying, lethal efficiency. They completely master the art of the ambush, turning crumbling buildings into deadly kill zones. Their elite snipers are patient, highly disciplined, and equipped with modern thermal optics. They understand how to bleed a technologically superior enemy through sheer attrition. Deep in the rugged terrain of southern Lebanon, they hold the ultimate home field advantage. They know every cave, every hidden valley, and every tactical bottleneck in the region. The Special Operations Unit, the Radwan Force, trains specifically for border incursions. These elite fighters are prepared to capture enemy territory and hold it at all costs. They utilize modified commercial drones to drop explosives with pinpoint, deadly accuracy. This hybrid warfare seamlessly blends ancient guerrilla tactics with modern technology. Historical records show that conventional armies struggle against deeply entrenched foes. They use highly encrypted communication networks to prevent electronic eavesdropping. When their commanders give orders, the execution is swift, brutal, and highly coordinated. This level of operational discipline is rarely seen in typical non-state organizations. Their hardened veterans return from foreign battlefields to train the next generation of fighters. This creates a continuous cycle of knowledge, making the organization deadlier each year. But elite infantry cannot deter fighter jets without a massive strategic equalizer. To challenge a regional superpower, they needed a weapon of mass psychological terror. They needed the ability to strike deep into enemy territory with total impunity. This dark requirement led to the creation of the most dangerous arsenal on the planet. An arsenal hidden entirely from the watchful eyes of sophisticated spy satellites. This brings us to the number one factor keeping military intelligence awake at night. Before we reveal this ultimate weapon, consider the heavy price of prolonged conflict. If two heavily armed enemies refuse to back down, who truly wins in the bitter, tragic end? Taking the top spot is their vast, subterranean arsenal of precision-guided missiles. Deep beneath the rocky hills, a truly massive network of reinforced concrete bunkers exists. Military analysts estimate they possess up to 150,000 rockets. This staggering number dwarfs the arsenals of many fully developed European nations. These are not just crude, unguided projectiles randomly fired toward large civilian centers. Thanks to advanced foreign engineering, many have been upgraded with precision guidance systems. They can target specific military bases, power grids, and critical infrastructure. The strategy is simple but devastating. It is called a massive saturation attack. Even the world's most highly advanced missile defense systems have a mathematical limit. If you fire thousands of rockets simultaneously, the defensive dome will eventually crack. Once the interceptors run out, heavy ballistic missiles will rain down with absolute fury. The hidden underground launchers are mounted on hydraulic lifts for rapid hit-and-run firing. They quickly raise the weapon, fire the payload, and vanish back into the earth within mere seconds. This makes them incredibly difficult for enemy aircraft to locate and destroy in time. They have also amassed a terrifying fleet of explosive drones to overwhelm radar systems. These advanced unmanned aerial vehicles fly low to the ground, evading traditional detection. They carry specialized anti-ship missiles capable of threatening massive naval carriers. This extensive tunnel network is a marvel of modern, clandestine military engineering. It features independent ventilation, power generators, and secure fiber optic cables. Commanders can coordinate massive strikes without emitting detectable radio signals. This invisible army waits patiently in the dark, ready to unleash absolute destruction. Their massive stockpile includes heavy, long-range missiles that can easily reach the entire region. The sheer volume of explosives hidden underground is a geopolitical ticking time bomb. Any early preemptive strike against these fortified bunkers would trigger a catastrophic, devastating war. Therefore, these mighty weapons serve their primary purpose without ever needing to be launched. They help create a delicate balance of terror, ensuring a tense and fragile regional peace. This concept is known as mutual assured destruction on a localized, tactical level. They have neutralized the advantage of enemy air superiority and heavy tanks. Every military operation in the region must account for this massive, hidden firepower. The psychological impact on the opposing civilian population is incredibly profound. Living under the constant threat of thousands of hidden missiles fundamentally alters society. This is exactly how a non-state actor forces powerful nations to the diplomatic table. They leverage their subterranean threat to maintain absolute political dominance at home. The deadly combination of vast money, elite troops, and endless rockets makes them formidable. They represent the terrifying evolution of modern, decentralized, asymmetric warfare. This militia now dictates the strategic calculus of the entire Middle Eastern region. They actively serve as the ultimate, heavily armed, forward shield for their powerful state sponsors. By continuously pushing their armed forces to the border, they keep the flames of conflict away from home. They are a live-in, breathing chess piece on a massive, highly volatile geopolitical board. Any miscalculation by either side could quickly ignite a catastrophic global conflict. Their deeply hidden underground fortresses remain the ultimate trump card in modern warfare. For as long as those heavy missiles exist, their bitter enemies will hesitate to strike. The delicate balance of power in the entire Middle East hangs on a very fragile thread today. This truly massive shadow army has completely rewritten the strict rules of asymmetric engagement. They have now successfully transformed from a very small militia into a terrifying force. Absolutely no other non-state actor commands this unprecedented level of destruction. Their unique combination of endless funds and combat veterans makes them deeply formidable. And their vast underground silos ensure they can always strike back with a devastating power. Global world leaders constantly monitor their movements, fearing a sudden escalation. They firmly stand as a powerful reminder that traditional armies are no longer supreme. The major wars of the future will be fought by hidden forces operating deep underground. However, while this powerful militia strongly controls the blood-stained Middle Eastern ground, a completely new, An equally terrifying threat is rapidly emerging on the high seas. What truly happens when another rogue militia decides to choke the global economy? Just imagine a heavily armed faction taking total control of the world's shipping lanes. Right now, they are currently turning the vital Red Sea into a highly dangerous war zone. We will thoroughly explore that massive maritime crisis in our next documentary episode. Are they the ultimate mighty shield of the oppressed, or the single greatest threat to regional peace? Does their massive underground arsenal guarantee survival, or invite total destruction? Please drop your valuable thoughts in the comments below. Firmly hit that like button and subscribe for much more.